Foundation of Success 4: Controlling Thought, Positive Mental Attitude, and Overview. We become what we think about most of the time. Now you must really go to work on your thoughts, perspectives, and attitudes. Having a positive mental attitude not only makes you pleasing to others, but it makes you pleasing to yourself. You've got to learn to enjoy yourself and trust yourself if you ever expect to stick out your pursuits long enough to reap their rewards. What's more, we become what we think about most of the time. What you give your thoughts to, what you focus on, these things manifest in your life. A person who lacks confidence and only thinks about how incapable he is tends to become shy, reserved, and awkward on the outside, thinking that surely no one appreciates them and thus people are put off by them, furthering the illusion. Understanding this concept, that we truly become what we think about most of the time, is of the utmost importance for nearly every area of our lives. As we explore this foundation of success, I want you to pay special attention to the thoughts rooted in your subconscious. You can literally think your way into riches and wealth. Reality versus appearances. Learn to think the thoughts that you want to think, not the thoughts that are suggested by appearances. You have to realize in life that appearances are often very much not the full conclusion of reality. A man who is poor and has not much to show for himself may simply be in a hard and challenging present circumstance, but that does not define him. That does not define his potential. The same man can think his way into riches and wealth. He can work his way out of his present situation to become who he truly is, to experience his full potential. And yet if he gets stuck on the fact that he is in a dire present situation and that is all that he thinks about, then that is what he becomes. So learn to think about what you want to think about. Don't think about what is seemingly evident from appearances. Think about your potential. Think about who you truly are in life. Think about where you are going and what you are accomplishing, not what you have accomplished already, not where you currently are, not the struggle you are in. Think about victory. Think about overcoming challenges. Think about becoming better, and think about the knowledge you will gain. Think about the ability and skills you will develop. Think about being a king, not a beggar. And if you identify yourself this way and know that to be true in your heart, then you are that very thing. We become what we think about most of the time. Thoughts become things. Thoughts have the ability to become things, as you will learn and understand in a later foundation. So if you're in a situation you don't love, think beyond it. Think about what you want to do. Think about where you want to be. Think about the things that you will make of yourself outside of this situation. Fix your mind on where you are headed, not where you are. Napoleon Hill quote: "A person with positive mental attitude aims for high goals and constantly strives to achieve them. Our mind controls our body. A positive attitude can boost your energy, heighten your inner strength, inspire others, and garner the fortitude to meet difficult challenges. According to research at the Mayo Clinic, positive thinking can increase your lifespan, decrease depression, reduce levels of distress, produce and provide greater resistance to the common cold, offer better psychological and physical well-being, reduce the risk of death from cardiovascular disease, and enable you to cope better during hardships and times of stress." When has a negative person ever been able to inspire others, let alone themselves? Consciously avoid and resist negative thinking. Take your thoughts captive, and when you feel yourself getting negative, find a way to change your perspective. Even starting with the fact that knowing negative thoughts produce no good thing is a great starting point. Don't go there. There's nothing of any benefit down that road. Instead of facing and conquering your problems, you're succumbing to them. That is not success, and that is not abundance. That is not the good life. As far as psychology is concerned, our minds control our body. I'm sure this is a comfortable statement for you who, on the surface, it's fine, as this is obvious on many levels. We think about doing things, and our body follows. But how does it relate to this foundation of controlling thought? Take the statement a deeper level. Your mind controls your body. Your mind and your thoughts then affect your body. That's a pretty heavy pill to swallow. Do I mean to tell you that the thoughts you think can directly impact your body and health? Yes, exactly. In fact, you can tap into this capability of the mind by learning to program your mind to achieve what you desire. By learning to control and direct your thinking, you can begin to change the way you behave, the habits you perform, and you can create a positive mindset for yourself that leads to more joy, happiness, better health, and lower stress levels, All of this will ultimately lead to greater success. Napoleon Hill has a quote that says, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Therefore, if you learn to take charge of your thoughts and direct them, you can know what to expect from life. What you focus on and think about, and what you believe, is what you ultimately come to expect from life and situations. If you begin to think positively and anticipate positive situations, you'll start to get more positive outcomes. With this, taking control of your mind becomes a key factor in taking care of your body and maintaining your health. Most of us stress far too much. Do you realize that stress is based almost exclusively on your thoughts and how you direct them in the face of any given situation? We can begin to improve our health and body by consciously relaxing our mind through affirmations, meditated and focused positive thinking, and gaining a more eternal perspective that allows us to think outside of the immediacy of our situations. Learning to think positively helps us cope more easily with the daily stresses and affairs of life. It also helps us recognize opportunity and gives us courage to believe in ourselves, to take the action when needed. We delve into this with more depth than the full foundation of controlling thoughts. If you're interested in this, you can sign up via the link in the description below. A positive and strong mind is incredibly important in having a strong and healthy body. Focus on success and your desired outcome, not on your current position. Napoleon Hill, who interviewed the most successful people in the world in the early 1900s, found that all of them were absolutely, obsessively focused on their vision, not on where they were, or to start with, or the obstacles in the way of their goal. The vast majority of the population focuses on the obstacles, and they don't attain anywhere near the same levels of success and harmony in their lives as the people Hill interviewed. As Earl Nightingale said, "When we become what we think about, focus on the obstacles and you'll breed negativity into your life. Focus on where you're currently at and you'll forsake the vision. Focus on the goal and you'll be positive, excited, and energized." If you're focused on success, you will be successful. If you're focused on all of the reasons why success is hard, you'll find yourself giving up, giving in, and making excuses, believing success is just too hard. Our thoughts have been programmed. The conscious mind can only focus on 7 things at a time. That means the majority of our actions are programmed in us, subconsciously. Studies have shown that while we have thousands and thousands of thoughts in our head each day, the vast majority of them are actually repeats, or they go unnoticed. They are exactly the same thoughts as we had yesterday, the day before, and the weeks and months before that. Wow, that's powerful. You are a repeating system of what you've built yourself to be. What you think about truly is what you become. It takes conscious effort to change our thoughts and to focus on where we want to be, rather than on all the problems that stand between us and our desired results. Let me teach you to overcome your thoughts, identify what you focus on, and learn to move forward to the future while letting go of the past that we so often pride ourselves in. Conclusion: developing a positive mental attitude is a must. Learning to have a positive attitude can greatly impact your life, your perspective, your happiness, your health, and your results. We become what we think about most of the time, so if you can focus on the positive side of all situations, it follows that your life will become overwhelmingly more positive and sweet. If you learn to believe that you have a right to be successful, you'll focus on becoming more successful. If you focus on success, you'll find success. If, however, you focus on the obstacles and the difficulties to your success, you'll never get past them. Likewise, if we focus on our limitless ability to improve and achieve and carry an overall positive outlook on ourselves with optimism, we'll continue to grow in profound ways. But if we focus on our flaws and shortcomings and get down on ourselves with an overly negative outlook on who we are, we'll stifle our potential, our joy, our creativity, and we'll find ourselves stuck in a rut. Realize that you have tens of thousands of thoughts in your head each day, repeating over and over again. Most of these thoughts aren't new at all, but rather a rerun of thoughts you've programmed into yourself. Learn to identify both the repeating positive and the repeating negative thoughts you hold about yourself, and make an intentional effort to root out all negativity, to adjust those thoughts and change them to be positive stories that you tell yourself, and positive thoughts that push you onward towards your goals and towards the life that you desire for yourself. Learn the foundations of success. By this point, I'm sure you're intrigued and wondering what else there is to know that can help you live the life that you have always desired. If you'd like to go further in depth with this principle and others like it and better understand it, I've prepared a program for you called the Foundations of Success. It's linked in the description below, and in it you will learn all of the fundamentals of how to become successful and what it takes to get rich. Let the Foundations of Success program assist you on your road to wealth. So click the link in the description below to begin your journey on the path to riches. Thanks for listening. I'm Makai Block with Limitless North, and I will see you on the next one.